Well, it sure is nice to be going to review my first location. Welcome, I'm Quakey the Duck and I'll be visiting different video game locations to rate my stay in their hotel/world. Please like and sub if you enjoy. You know, I wasn't sure these video game locales would want to have me, but Mr. Andrew Ryan's gone ahead and bought me my ticket to come and review Rapture first. He even gave me some mysterious creator package. Security kindly let me keep. Huh? Guess I should open it. I knew I should have bought holiday insurance. Talk about ego. Hopefully he puts as much into his warm welcomes as he does his interior design. And just like that, they're already trying to upsell me on my visit. They didn't even mention there was going to be a connection. This must be the worst reception I've ever had, and this is the first location. I'm not completely sure how they're vetting their front of house staff here. But at least their charming bellboy is really helpful. He's even given me his personal number. What a nice lad. Well, now that I'm here, guess I better get this review started. This must be one of the hardest areas to get to, which is going to deduct a few points if I'm being honest. Even without an aviation disaster, I don't think getting here was going to be smooth sailing. A good thing the flight didn't cripple me, because there's hardly a ramp in sight. I mean, even in the entryway, there's so many stairs. But they are cool, so that'll be a few points in favour. Although it's a bit tricky to get to, the location really is stunning. This feels like some sort of underwater ballet retreat, but much colder. Though I keep asking myself, how are they getting supplies down here for all the guests? Oh well, I'm sure that's not led to any sort of political pressure. This could well be a great stay for those looking for an isolated retreat, but I am already starting to miss my family, and my house, and my dog. Okay, I knew it was going to be a bit scarce on the oil supplies, but this diet is ridiculous. All I can find are copious amounts of alcohol and enough cigarettes to provision a French soldier for at least half a week in World War I. And I think people are taking something a little bit more hard than drinking smokes. Oh well, when in Rapture. Oh yeah, okay, that's some good stuff. That taster sample really has got me craving a little bit more Eve. Luckily there's so many vending machines to get my fix. They may or may not be a little bit culturally insensitive. But I'm as mayo as they come, so I'm going to suppress my white saviour instincts and let it be for now. These things are great, especially given some of the discounts you can get if you just know how to work the machine.
It has been brought to my attention that some citizens have discovered ways to hack the vending machines. Parasites will be punished.
Well, I'm sure without a discount I can still afford some other snacks. Oh, you have to be kidding me! First off, I can't say I've ever seen a hospital in a hotel before. I can imagine this would come in handy for some guests in a dire situation, but how are they affording this doctor's salary? Well, guess I better meet her myself.
She's not booked for a facelift.
Let's just come in here and...
Doctor, stop cutting. Doctor, stop cutting. Get me the chief of surgery. Get me the chief of surgery now!
Not so sure now, but I guess I'm already here.
She won't stay still!
Yeah, nah, how did this guy get his medical license?
He's ugly! 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 Ugly!
Hey, you don't have to resort to names, that's just getting nasty. Also, I don't exactly think the gun is hospital policy. Better get out of here. The gardens really are a great attraction of Rapture, and they really beg the question, how can they grow down here? Turns out it's one woman called Julie Langford, who's an expert on horticulture and metal pipe and flow design. I should go sit down and interview her for the review. Well, I guess she should have focused more on her metal pipe qualifications. At least in her dying moments, she'll write the lab password for me so I can also be exposed? Not exactly selfless. That's going to be a violation on the review. Well, with the trees gone, the place really doesn't have as much appeal with just these Roman magicians. I mean, they all have the same trick, and if they're working for tips, then I think they may be in the wrong area. This is what I imagine Central Park gets like in the winter. Well, now that I'm done wandering nature, it's time for what I really came for. The casino. I just really can't understand why she would leave. Well, now that I've lost all of my holiday money, I guess I'll go to the free piano show that's being held. You know what? This is quite relaxing.
Oh God,
just a little bit of classical music to calm the nerves and... Oh, guess not. I better get out of here soon because the owner keeps giving me weird looks and invite me up to his private quarters. I'm good, man. I also paid a quick visit to the fisheries and the maintenance area, which seemed great, but I don't know why the bellboy would show me these. At least I'm getting the VIP experience. It would be a lot easier to review the service if I could find anybody, but the place seems to be barren. Oh, could you please bring some new towels to my room? Just when you get a sec. The only staff I can see are the security, who are a little hands-on, and they always seem preoccupied with escorting lost children around. Where could the parents be? That's totally irresponsible. I mean, I wonder if they should be taken away from them, honestly.
Masha!
Oh, that'll be one of them now. Let me give them a piece of my mind. Never mind. You know, despite their appearance, security aren't all too intimidating now that I know that they're called Mr. Bubbles. Ah, alright, I take it back. Now I need to pay that rude doctor a visit again. At least maybe he can touch up my nose and Botox whilst I'm there. As if it wasn't bad enough Rapture not having staff around, they keep trying to get me to do pro bono work for them. I'm not a licensed beekeeper, nor am I a photographer, and I don't want to hang around with that casino owner any further. They even got me to join the security staff and train me by having me escort some little girl around. Is this all security are trained to do? I don't know if this is necessarily a standard rating for a hotel, but I'd be remiss if I didn't warn you about the clientele. I mean, I don't want to offend anyone or make any assumptions, but I didn't realize this was such a budget location. I mean, I would expect to see these guests in the Tenderloin. But that said, what money isn't going on heroin or that sweet Eve is obviously going on their drip. Damn! There's also so many families. I didn't know this was a family hotel, even if some of the households are a little untraditional. I mean, they even have a creche in here. At least there's some proper food for once.
That's mine.
I'll trade you some cigarettes, kid. Shut it. Well, you know, there's been a lot of pros and cons to my stay that would inform my final rating for Rapture. But as I was finalising this review, I found out that all of Andrew Ryan's hospitality was a bit more sinister, as it turns out he's a huge fan of the channel. And you know, while I can't blame him for that, it turns out I was mentally programmed to come here. So I didn't even have a choice when searching Trivago? Wait a second, does that mean that my family, my house, and my dog are all fake? Oh, well, that's a bummer. In fact, I'm gonna have harsh words with the manager himself. You ready, buddy?
Obey!
You know what? Got a bit carried away there. Is there someone else I can talk to? Is that the district manager or something? I'm gonna escalate this. This can't be happening again! Well, after finding the district manager and having some strong words with him too, I found out that security haven't been protecting these little girls, but actually protecting us from these maniac children. Oh well, guess I'll just abduct them to the surface and teach them the hotel reviewer ways. I guess all pros and cons considered, and the fact that I got a new family to replace my fake one, I have to give Rapture 4 stars out of 5 on this stay. You know, it would have been a perfect 5 if they got me a dog too. Well, now that I've left, I can't help but think about the lovely bellboy that helped me through my stay. I wonder what happened to him. I hope he ends up running the place himself. He seems like he could bear the weight of this place. Now, if you've made it this far, would you kindly like and subscribe?